Hello, hello, hello there. It's Jude again with some more Thunder gameplay, discussing the HE-100D, the reverse CW-21, if you will. The HE-100D is a 2.0 aircraft, pretty similar to the CW-21 I played in the previous video, except for the fact that it's a bit different. And so right now, look around, it is pretty much a down tier, which is perfect for this aircraft. And so what I'm going to be doing is climbing. I'm going to be doing a lot of climbing. It's going to get very boring, but you have to climb, especially in planes like the CW-21 and the HE-100D, to take full advantage of the absolute speed that these planes can bring. The HE-100D was essentially a fighter plane that was based off a race plane, as you can see by the very small wings and the very small airframe itself. It was meant to be a sort of 30s air racer. And then the Nazi party went like, "Hey yo, can I borrow your plane real quick?" And so they made this. It's fast, it has plenty of ammo, and pretty much nothing can catch it. If you're a decent player, nothing can catch it. So try and get a bit of altitude in case we see bombers. Unfortunately, he's probably going to be way too high for me to catch anytime soon. So right now I'm just going to focus on being as high as possible in terms of fighter aircraft. As you can see, a bomber is already getting harassed by a fighter somewhere. And unsurprisingly, the Junkers are going to have to sort of defend themselves right now because our team is full of aircraft that are too slow to do anything about it. As you can see, the 109 and C200 that we saw earlier are just taking off now. And so we're climbing for a bit and still see those two bombers up there we're not going to be able to do much about. And I'm kind of just waiting for things to happen. And right now, I see some of my bomber teammates are getting harassed. And this one especially. I'm just going to steady climb a bit if there's any other opponents that are in the area. Nope. Alright then. Nope. No, I'm not going to be able to damage that. So right now I'm going to sort of dive and see what happens. And just take a look at the speed. It's going to go up, and it's going to go up for quite some time. 500, 600, still going. 700 kilometers an hour. We're in jet territory right now. And finally get that speed warning at around 790 kilometers per hour. And first kill of the game at doing jet speeds in a plane that's at 2.0, which is more perfect. And so right now, we begin climbing again. My oil's a bit crazy right now, so I'm gonna roll back on the throttle a bit just to cool the oil. And I climb for a little bit more. And unlike the peasant CR714, which is also derived on a race plane, I actually make some horsepower, so I'm going to use that to my advantage while my engine cools. Right now, it's P26, can't really do much. And the CR714, which is also a very good aircraft at this BR, I might add, is actually getting pressed by a biplane. And I see this guy making himself quite the opportunity, and I get my second kill of the match. It's I feel kind of bad for doing this, but at the same time, I'm also trying to compare the two aircraft and what they're good at and what they're not. The CR-714 gets killed by a biplane. Good job. And now we just wait and look for more targets. Another CR-714 is going to be diving. So I start climbing, making sure I keep that speed up, and he is diving. Trying to employ the same strategy that we are, except for the fact that he doesn't make the horsepower we do. And so, unfortunately, the bombers are doing their job, so I'm kind of stuck in this fighter role. Can't really harass the bombers at this battle rating too much. I mean, yeah, you can, but... So yeah, this is the difference between basically the start of the game and some of the better aircraft you get at the beginning of the game. And so, Raven Crest is climbing a little bit and turning. I mean, a wise decision. Nonetheless, tries to do some damage to me. Doesn't really work. He goes for the HE-51, and the HE-51 takes the damage like a champ. Good job. And so, this is the difference between me and him. I have the speed where he just does not. I crit him. Goes for the vertical. It's not gonna work. I turn back in, and this HE-51, absolute madman, is gonna go for it. I'll do some damage to him. Please don't kill me. And so, the CR-14 can't really do much. I'll leave him to my teammates if anyone wants him. And so, this P-26, also going for it, finally gives me the first little taste of damage had all day. Ooh, it is quite significant damage, actually. Can barely get this turned. So, right back on him. Critical hit. And third kill of the match. Yes. This is gonna get very painful now because there's a hurricane here. One of the very few aircraft that can actually feasibly fuck me up. So I'm trying to hit these shots. He's dead. I can focus the hurricane. Oh, fuck. Stalled out a bit. Which is gonna leave me a bit defenseless against him. That's okay. I already have 4 kills. It's no issue. And what I'm gonna be doing is slightly employing the HE-100D's amazing top speed, but because I'm a little bit damaged, I have engine damage now. And so it's gonna be kaput for me. I'll give him a good fight. Trying to force him to shoot. Right now, we're both on the same turn rate, and he has the 40 mils. Brave soul. Oh, and we die. Good fight from the Hurricane. It's a better aircraft, especially if you play it with the 40 mils correctly. You can do a lot of damage, and so I'm out. But incredibly, 4 kills. I'm pretty proud of that. So.